Hey guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome back to Equilinox. In the last episode, we secured the health of our woodland biome by filling it to the brim with trees. And we also unlocked a brand new flower too. These gorgeous sunflowers, which might just be my favorite flower in the game. They've spread pretty far around here too, almost all the way up to our magic forest. So I think our little bunnies are going to be pretty happy, and these guys are going to be the key to unlocking plenty in this episode. We're actually hoping that we can bring them over to our carrots back here. We have a brand new carrot patch growing right now, and these should be our golden carrots. There you are. This one should be completely gold. So that should count toward the task that we were working toward too. The rabbits need to eat, I think, 20 of the gold carrots? 24 actually. 24 carrot golds. We only had them eat 3 so far because they were eating them so fast that the carrots couldn't actually spread. So our hopes of building a garden over here never really came true. But as long as we have enough of the golden carrots to work with over here first, then I think this will be a pretty good spot for the bunnies. It all depends if they get along with the bears, I guess, and if they get along with our ducks as well. Now, was it actually the ducks who don't like herbivores? Oh my gosh, and they're getting so upset again too. Their disliked species are nearby. Wait a second. Yeah, their disliked species are herbivores. So, what are you upset about at the moment? Is it actually the bears? Do the bears count as herbivores? Large herbivores, that's a little bit strange. Wouldn't they technically be omnivores? Well, that might explain why we've been having so much trouble with our ducks. Oh, I wonder if we should actually move our ducks then. Maybe now is finally the time to move the ducks over here to this island or something. We have to make sure that they have trees too. Trees and access to water plants, and hopefully some of the honey hives too. But it all depends where those pesky bees decide to build them. Oh, that's actually a little bit sad. I didn't even realize that they were clashing so badly with the bears because I didn't really take them as herbivores. We're going to have to move them far, far away then. There probably aren't that many places out here where they would truly be happy. Almost every single place by the water is completely overrun by herbivores at this point. Aside from this area right by the jungle, but I can't imagine that the ducks would be too happy. And I see that one of our witchwood trees has just fallen down, but thankfully we have this one to keep the medicine alive. And it looks like we have a nice little sapling growing right next to it too, so the toads will have that tree growing in no time. Well, until we can find a suitable place to actually put our ducks, I think I'm going to leave them right there. It seems like they have been struggling along so far at this point. So instead, let's turn our attentions to the bunnies. We're going to need to evolve not only the desert hare from the rabbits, but the beaver too. I guess we would actually want to look toward the beaver first. We're going to need the beaver so we can unlock the camel in the future as well, and that all counts toward one of our desert tasks. So the beaver evolves from a rabbit who's near 3 bulrush and 1 wobbly tree. That means they would probably work best back here, assuming that our bulrush isn't going to affect this area too greatly. Let's see if it spreads anything if we place it down. It doesn't look like it, and in fact, this should be a pretty suitable biome for it too. Tiny little cattails hugging the shore of our massive lake. Actually, these would be pretty good for the scenery in general. I wonder if we could place some right over here next to this island. Maybe even a few over here too, next to our sheep. Yeah, I think they would enjoy a little change of scenery. I suppose the chickens could even use these to hide in if they get close enough to the water's edge, since they are currently being pursued by all of those foxes. There we go, that should be plenty. So as long as we can make sure that this is a suitable place for the bunnies too, I think this is actually going to work out for the beaver side of things. Now, was there anything else that the rabbits needed in order to be happy? We haven't actually played around with them in a while. They have a like species of carrots and flowers. So we might want to spread a few more flowers over here? Unless these happy little sunflowers are close enough. Though we should probably place down a few more just to be sure. It turns out that the sunflowers really prefer these wide open spaces, so the wobbly trees aren't exactly the best place for them to be. Not to mention the wobbly trees are really struggling too, and that's because we're missing one of their like species. Oh, birds. Is that truly all that we need here? Birds? I mean, we have birds in the woodlands. I can't believe I didn't place them over here too. Well, that should be easy enough. We'll just plop a little group of sparrows right next to this wobbly tree here. If the game saves... Did we place it in the right place? Wait a second. Oh no, I think the game saving may have messed that up. The sparrows should still be close enough though, right? Oh yes, that helped so much. The suitable biome is still a little bit low, but at least it has all of its like species now. And once this tiny little sparrow actually takes flight, hopefully it'll decide to build a nest there. I'm almost positive that we have all of the birds in the game now, right? There's nothing else that we can evolve from the sparrow itself. We have the eagle, we have the toucan, we have the dove, of course. So it looks like the sparrows are going to have to stay here after all. There's nothing else that would be more suited to this biome. But with a couple of daisies on the ground to round things out, I think we should be ready to set up our bunnies in this area next. Let's just see if we can grab one of those extra carrots from the ground, so we'll have 2 groups of these golden carrots growing. This one is definitely golden too, but I think it was pretty close to the end of its lifespan. Yeah, we might want to take one that's a little bit younger. We'll transplant you right over here next to our wobbly tree. Still happy, right? There we go, look at that health going up. Ooh, the bears don't seem too happy though. Gazing at those golden carrots, growling in the distance. Geez, our bears have gotten terribly greedy since we set up this honey industry. Oh, and Mother Sparrow? Oh my gosh, I think she actually is building a nest here. This seemed awfully suspicious, so don't you dare go flying toward any other trees to check them out. This is not your home. You better build your nest over here because this poor wobbly tree desperately needs you. Oh no. I think they were taken by the nest over here instead. Oh, Mother Sparrow. We're going to have to set down a new group of sparrows over here, I guess. Though it still seems like they're close enough to count as a bird for the wobbly tree. Yeah, I can't click on the sparrow, but the wobbly tree seems happy. So I guess it'll be fine after all. Well, as our carrots continue to spread here, I think I do see a couple of little baby carrots. That means we should officially be ready to introduce our bunnies. So hopefully they're going to like this place too. Yeah, 100% environment. We'll go ahead and place you right underneath this tree, actually. Our very first tiny little white baby bunny, Pumpkin. Oh my gosh, that is adorable. And it looks like Pumpkin can actually evolve us the beaver straight away. So let's get started. Now you're going to have plenty of golden carrots to go after. Oh my gosh. Talk about muscle! This little baby bunny just ripped that golden carrot straight out of the ground. I mean, the leaves themselves are like 3 times your size. See, I knew there was something about the bunnies in this world. It's no surprise that they rolled all of these rocks into this little garden formation over here. They are some serious beasts. I wonder if we could even consider dropping down some golden carrots over here too. They do have plenty of other types of foods to eat now, so I wonder if that would actually be enough. And we have a strange piece of seaweed growing down here, right next to our jungle. Okay. Oh no. It looks all dark and dead. Brown seaweed. That's like opposite of what we wanted here. Everything else is so colorful and lively, but it seems like the seas aren't going to be quite the same. I keep saying it, but we really need to focus on the oceans in this world. This entire area was supposed to be our tropics, and it hasn't exactly taken root yet. Not to mention the actual tropical biome over here is pretty sad too. All of our lizards have died off and left it without a single animal. But one thing at a time, I guess. We should still have our beaver evolving over here, so let's make sure that we keep an eye on you. Look at all of these carrots around here. There is no way that you could possibly eat every last one of these carrots, right? Surely at least one of them is going to survive long enough to spread a few more around. So this was definitely a good idea. In fact, I wonder if we're getting closer? Alright, 5 out of 24 carrots. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and grab one of the healthier carrots here. This one should do. We'll pick you straight out of the ground and we'll bring you all the way over to our previous bunnies. We'll place this right in the middle of their big giant garden. They just got their fill of the tomatoes anyways, so hopefully they won't notice. Let's go ahead and selective breed you too if we can. I'd imagine that we probably still have some carrots around here. Get this one down here, that one looks orange. So hopefully they haven't seen. We'll leave it as a little surprise over here for the bunnies. Wait a second. Oh, this little baby bunny. Daffy the baby bunny. I thought for sure you were coming over here to rip that carrot straight out of the ground. These bunnies are acting very, very suspicious right now. Well, we'll leave you guys to it, but I have my eye on you. Now, while the beaver is still evolving, let's see if we can figure out exactly how we're going to evolve the desert hare too. Because while the camels are going to need some creature to spit at, it seems like the desert hares are the only ones who are going to enjoy the desert too. Oh, and that's right, we just need a diet of carrots. So that is going to be super, super easy for us to complete. It makes me wonder if there's any way for us to bring the carrots to the desert? Like, would that even work? Surely not. But maybe we could grow them right on the outskirts. Just some kind of friendly food source for our desert hares, I guess, aside from all of the nutrition that they're going to get from the prickly pears and whatnot. I guess it could be like their own little oasis. A special little bunny paradise in the desert. We don't want it to affect the desert too much though, so we're going to have to be super, super careful. Actually, maybe we could build it over here since it's kind of leading into the forest anyways. Yeah, it looks like the forest is one of the places that we could use. We just have to make sure that there are plenty of stones around here too. Well, it's definitely not perfect yet. I don't think that the forest is going to be strong enough in this area to actually sustain any carrots. But we could at least place it on the cusp, and maybe some of the bunnies will hop over to steal a taste every now and then. I suppose that could be pretty neat. Let's go over here to grab a few more. Oh! Oh my gosh, I missed that while I was building that little forest. Our beaver is actually here! Oh my gosh, I think I missed the baby stage too! You are looking massive, sir! No! Oh my gosh! Don't you even! He just knocked down our wobbly tree. Are you serious right now? Oh my gosh, our poor little wobbly trees! Our poor sparrows too! Maybe it's a good thing that they didn't make their homes there. Oh well, of course the beavers are going to need to find some wood to make their lodges. I wonder if that's why he's waddling down right now? Bringing some of those wood shavings over to build his first lodge, maybe? Look at this mess. He knocked down that tree and then he waddled right off, leaving all the bunnies to gather this instead. You, sir, you are going to be quite the handful. Let's go ahead and read about him now so we know where to actually place him. The beaver is a small mammal which enjoys living near to the water. It has the ability to cut down trees and then use the sticks to build dens in the water. Dens are required in order for the beavers to reproduce. Beavers like to eat bark and water-living plants. Okay, so as long as we have the beavers somewhere near the water, it seems like it's going to be fine. We can put them near the grassland, the forest, the riverbed, jungles, swamps, woodlands, lush biomes. And we just need to make sure it has plenty of trees to eat and some water plants too. Oh my gosh, and look at all of these abilities. Can cut down trees, of course, flee from predators. They can actually hide inside their beaver lodges too, that's kind of cute. And of course they require a nest or a den to reproduce. Alright, Mr. Beaver. I mean, we might as well just leave you here, right? We'll place you over here next to the water. Oh, Sarge the beaver. You are a handful, I can already tell. Thank goodness we already have a few of these wobbly tree saplings sprouting up. I guess it's because of the birds. Previously, it was hard to get even 2 of these wobbly trees growing together, so I guess they're starting to feel a little bit happier now. Now, have you started building your lodge? Because I think you are actually gathering the sticks. Let's see if he decides to pick up some more. Maybe? To be honest, Sarge seems kind of confused. I wonder if he's looking for a better area to build his lodge instead. Waddling right along the edge of the world here. So close to the edge of the world, the game doesn't even want us to see him. Yeah, we'll have to come back to you in a little while. We'll see if you've made any progress. And for now, let's see if we can maybe start evolving those desert hares next. Yes, it looks like these bunnies are filled to the brim with carrots. So we'll have you go ahead and evolve the desert hare for us. Let's see, what was your name actually? Tex? That is terrifyingly fitting. Well, Tex, I'm sure that your family is going to really enjoy living over here in the desert. We'll just have to make sure that we have everything suited to the desert hare's taste. Which means we better bring those carrots over here too. I did get distracted by that beaver. So, one more carrot from the ground. A healthy one if you wouldn't mind. This one over here looks like it's probably the best. We'll transplant you, and we'll cross our fingers that you can survive in this land. It is probably going to be a little bit more harsh than the other area, but we'll see if it takes. Let's place it right here so it's a little bit closer to the desert. Yeah, it's not that bad. Not the greatest, but not that bad. And I know what I'm missing. I know what's gonna make you happy, little one. Lots and lots of stones. I almost forgot that the carrots can't live without them. Yeah, look at that. Now it's completely full. So I guess we probably could have pushed it a little bit closer to the desert after all. But it might actually spread all by itself. Oh my gosh, look at this tiny little baby bunny. Those giant ears are everything. They're even bigger than the regular bunny's ears. That probably helps it to keep it cool in the desert. The desert hare is a small, fast animal that resides in the desert. This animal feeds from cacti and uses its speed to escape from predators. Alright, so it sounds like we'd best place him straight into the desert as soon as possible, and it looks like we also finished that task for the carrots too. Excellent. So we need rocks and stones, and we need those cacti around too. So let's grab you, little one, and we'll send you all the way over here to our desert. I think most of the cactus plants were actually over here anyways. We could place you right in between all of these prickly pears, and hopefully you'll be nice and happy. Pumpkin again! Guess it's a pretty popular name in the bunny world, even if you're a tiny little desert hare. Those giant ears, seriously, that is so cute. It looks like you're going to have a good time here, though. We'll have to make sure that our desert hares can really get a grip on this place, because something tells me the camels are going to be a little bit aggressive. So I guess we'll have to turn our attentions to the camels next, after we collect our reward, of course, for the 24-karat gold task. That's 15,000 points every time, because it's another repeatable task, too. Oh, and that's right. We actually have a task for the Beaver Lodge, and it doesn't look like it's built its lodge yet. But it does look like it's getting pretty big. Oh, look at all those little twigs down there. Almost halfway done with this lodge. Actually, where did Sarge go? Sarge, you had a baby! Oh, if I could zoom in on you. They're so close to the edge of the world, the game kind of glitches out every time I zoom in. But it looks like your daughter's name is Gidget. Gidget and Sarge. Ooh, and she's diving straight off into the water to help her father finish off that lodge. They're pretty quick little beavers. Oh my gosh, and look at him carrying the stick over here. That is so cute. It's getting bigger too. Over halfway there now, and the bunnies are coming by to inspect your handiwork. Well, they'll probably be done in no time then. Though it does seem like they're probably going to need to cut down another tree, which is more than a little bit concerning. I don't think they have any more twigs to use over here. Oh no, don't tell me. Okay, you walk away from that tree. I thought he was marching right over here to tear down this wobbly tree again. I wonder which one they're going to go for, though. It seems like the wobbly trees are probably the only ones in their sights. Do you think they can go all the way over here and knock down the sparrow's trees? Oh, that would be heartbreaking if this entire thing came down. All the eggs in the nest. Alright, I guess it probably is for the best that you use one of these then. Nobody else is really using it as a home. Well, he's certainly taking his sweet time. Current action is beavering. The beaver is beavering. Oh, that's why. Sarge wanted his daughter to cut it down instead. Look at her chopping away at that tree. There goes another wobbly tree down. You know, we might actually want to consider placing a few more wobbly trees around here. I wonder if they would survive well in this area? I mean, it looks like the bulrush has pretty much taken over. Oh, the population density is super, super high here. Maybe we went a little bit overboard with the bulrush. But I don't know, I think it looks cool. Oh, and these bunnies just gazing across the land at all of these twigs littering the place. They are probably not too happy with their neighbors, that's for sure. But I'd imagine by the next time we come over here to check up on the lodge again, it's probably going to be completely done. Now I believe that means we need to take a look at the deer next, because the deer are going to unlock us the camels. So my little dark overlords, let's see what we need to do with you. We need a diet of blueberry bushes, a pretty large size, and a nearby species of beaver lodges. That is actually quite a bit. That is a very complicated task. I suppose we could always consider bringing our deer over here instead, just so we would have a little bit more room to work with, and just so we don't risk messing anything up over here. I mean, to be honest, I kind of just want to pluck these trees from the ground. I mean, they don't fit the dark forest at all. It is the dark forest, not the dead forest, and these trees look mighty, mighty dead. So we could just place a couple of normal oak trees here. Yeah, I think that's probably what we're going to do. We'll remove you, we'll remove you two, and then we'll come back with some brand new oak trees, assuming that there aren't any saplings down here that I missed. Yeah, looks like we're probably safe. So a few brand new oak trees to start the process over again. Wait a second, how on earth did I miss you? Remove you too, thank you very much. And that should have our peacocks pleased. So yeah, let's start by putting a couple of the blueberry bushes down here. If we can. We'll see exactly what they prefer. Yeah, actually it looks like this place is going to be pretty suitable to them. If we place them up a little bit, maybe right along the edge. I think these are going to take off like wildfire, and something tells me that our bunnies are probably going to be munching on them as well. Now the deer just need a few sycamore trees around here, and then they'll have everything that they need to make this a suitable biome. So we'll have a whole new group of deer hopping around this place too. I guess they'll probably be working with the bunnies in a way. And there we go, we finished off our very first beaver lodge, and it looks like it actually unlocked us a brand new beaver task alongside it. So there's our beaver lodge, completely fully built. That's pretty cool. They're diving straight back into the water again. Oh, Gidget, did you have a baby? Brittany the beaver. Their families aren't very big, but they sure do work hard. So what was that other task that we unlocked? Does it have something to do with cutting down trees? Yep, that's what I figured. I tried to make a math joke for the title. It's like logarithm, but also logarithm, because this task is all about getting beavers into a good tree cutting rhythm. Maybe I'm trying too hard. This is a repeatable task, so you'll get a load of DP every time you complete it. Chop chop. Alright, so yet another reason for our beavers to take down every last wobbly tree in their path. I suppose you can't blame them, they're just doing what comes naturally. And little Red the beaver down here too. Oh, I wonder if we could actually change their colors. Nope, just the speed and disease resistance, make them a little bit bigger maybe. But to be honest, I think our beavers are probably fine the way that they are. So let's just go ahead and place down a few more of those sycamore trees like we were going to. Right in the middle of all of our big, beautiful blueberry bushes. And now that there are actually some blueberries on the bushes, I guess we could even place our deer down right now too. Right here, right next to them, so their diet should be full of blueberries before long. We'd best make sure that we increase the size of it too, because that's probably going to take a little bit longer for us to complete. And then all that should be left is setting up another group of beavers down here to build another lodge. So I think we should be ready to unlock our camels in the next episode for sure. We'll give our sycamore trees a little bit more time to grow, Because goodness knows if we put the beavers here right now, they're probably going to single-handedly destroy this forest. Yeah, I guess we're going to have to watch our beavers very, very carefully. Who knew that these little guys would be such trouble? Oh no, and our bunnies are getting hungry too. Oh, poor Cassis, you can't seem to find your carrots? Well, they weren't meant to be your full source of food now, were they? The bunnies do like flowers too, though, right? So I'm pretty sure they could just come on down here to munch on some of the daisies if they wanted to. That's a little bit sad. Maybe we'll have to see if we can put a few more different types of flowers in here. It could just be that the bunnies aren't partial to the daisies. Maybe they prefer their buttercups from the woodland biome instead. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!